Okay, ladies, it's time. Let's talk contour. I know I was always terrified of the idea of contour. I had no idea what it meant, where to place it, what to do, but I was intrigued by it. And so when I finally dove into contour, I realized it's not as scary as you think. So first off, contour is all about adding dimension to the face. And so it's about taking where natural shadows are and just emphasizing the shadows. And that's going to really bring out your features and just give your face a little bit more character to it. Okay. So right now I have done my whole face just quickly in my mane and my brightener. And so I've just kind of got this flat palette. And that's often what we do with our traditional foundations is we just go bleh and like everything becomes very just beige, okay? And so what we want to do is add in. Now I can see some natural shadowing here. And so some of us have a natural shadow, others don't. And so this is all we're going to do is add. So when we think about the face, our natural shadows are going to be around the outside, okay? And then in our cheekbones, because the light is coming down and underneath that cheekbone is going to be a slight shadow. And then often we like to shadow in here our nose to add that kind of effect. So that's it. It's just going to be around and in, but I'm going to give you a couple tips. So there's lots of different things. I mean, you can definitely contour for face shape. I will add some graphics if you are interested in going to that level. But for us newbies, all we want to do is think about going around the forehead. And so go to your eyebrows, the highest point, and think about a triangle. That's it. Anything outside of that triangle is where you're welcome to add some contour. And then within the triangle, you want to keep that your brightest area, okay? So with Saint System, there's a couple different ways you can do it. You can definitely do the cheetah hack, where you're going to put the dots and then blend, or you can start straight with the brush and you're going to go from your hairline in, okay? And Saint Artist, we will match you to a contour color. When we do contour color, we are looking at your brow color, your hair color, your undertones, and giving you a suggestion for something. So you can see there, I've naturally shadowed it in. If I've done the dots, then afterwards, I'm just gonna blend those in. It's honestly idiot proof. And if you don't have a large forehead like me, some ladies will actually even skip their forehead contour. Okay, you can play around, but that's it. I've just now added. And what contour is doing is it is taking your eye and bringing your eye to my focal point, my eyes, where I want to draw that attention. Okay, so we've gone around the forehead. Then you can go down and just underneath that jawline. So wherever your natural shadow is, you can bring that down, okay? That's it. And again, some ladies also like to skip the jaw contour. They don't care. They don't want that definition. You're just gonna stay underneath. And then definitely I suggest bringing it down onto the neck a little bit. Okay, you don't wanna have that harsh line or anything like that. Easy. Yes, you can do this. Okay, cheek contour. This is where, again, lots of ladies don't know what to do. So you're going to, if you can see your natural shadow, great, just follow it, okay? If you can't see it, then go to your ear and then just kind of feel for your highest point of your cheekbone and you're gonna go slightly under, okay? And then you're just lifting up. And you can see that natural shadow is just now being accentuated. Lift up, up, up. And that's it. If you want to draw the dots and then blend, you can do that too. Now, with cheek contour, a couple things you can play around with. This is like quite a narrow line because that's how my natural cheekbones are, is going straight down. The big thing is you don't want to bring it too far down to your lip, okay? So I like to stop kind of like right around the pupil or slightly higher, like where my eye comes in, because you don't want to draw down the face. And this is where ladies start to get scared, like, oh my goodness, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how far. It's not gonna it's not the worst thing. You can play around with where you want to put it. And the nice thing with the creams is you can blend it out. So if you put it too far down, you can wipe it off. Now, the other option is kind of doing more like a Nike swoosh and like really cupping that cheekbone and adding a little bit more kind of fullness to the face. So think about like when you're wearing clothing, if you're wearing stripes, it's going to thin you. If you're wearing stripes this way, it's going to elongate and give more fullness. So if I want a more full cheek, it's kind of tricky because my natural cheekbone goes down, but you can add kind of going around that cheekbone and just adding in that kind of fullness. So contour you can play around with, but the bare bones makeup for dummy version, around and a little bit in, okay? And so that kind of adds a little bit more fullness to my cheek. My best friend, she's got beautiful, cute little round cheeks, and that's how she does hers, is just cupping around them. So depending on where your cheeks are. Okay, nose contour, same thing. I'm just tapping in. I'm using the detail brush. You can use any of our brushes, okay? Some ladies will tap and do the side of this, just going down like that, very lightly at not the high point, just slightly on the sides of the nose, okay? You can also use the other end if you've got a smaller brush, and you can just kind of go along like that. And if you're using your finger in the cheetah hack, you can just place it on and then blend it out a little bit. It's really, you can stamp it. It's so simple, okay? Now with this, with the nose, again, there's fancy things you can get into with the shape of your nose if you want, but in all honesty, it's really just the sides of your nose. And the thinner your lines are, the thinner your nose is going to appear, okay? If you want wider, then you're gonna put them to the sides. Some ladies like to shadow all the way down each side of their nose as well. It's really up to you what you want to play around with. And then the pop is to grab your brightener and very gently just do a swipe down the middle. Really gives that, you can see, like definition, okay? And then if you want, again, you can go and buff out the sides. It's a very natural look, and that's it, okay? So contour just around the face, in on the cheekbones, a little bit of nose. If you want, some ladies will also give a little contour underneath their lip to give a poutier lip, okay? Just a little shadow under there can do a lot too. It's very fun to play around with. Okay, that's it, ladies. Pretty easy. We can do it. Yes, you can too.